Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Infinity Gaming B-Team Open Semifinal number 2 between, up here in the top left, the Green Terran, currently down 1-0. He needs to fight back against the Swarm. He is Dundas! And down here in the bottom right, the Red Zerg from Infinity Gaming, the Swarm itself, he is Primorix! Did Morse get the mouse back from the cat?
No, not yet.
Or are we still... Okay, we're still waiting on, SEAL Team 6 to come get back to us.
Dude, I swear to God, one of my neighbors is Willard.
Willard. Don't you mean Wilfred?
No. There was that movie called Willard, and it was about this guy who, like, controlled mice.
I feel like I've seen that somewhere, but...
It was really bad. It came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there. In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
Seems like so long ago the world was supposed to end in 2000.
Anybody else remember that skit from Conan O'Brien?
I never watched Conan O'Brien.
Oh, that explains why you're not funny.
And scene.
I stand corrected. That was funny.
No, it wasn't. Alright, now that Morse has been, is finished. What's the word I'm looking for? Is finished, contradicting my hilarity. Let's actually focus... actually, there was a question in chat for you, Morse.
Oh, question for
why
me.
Did you pick... Yeah, why did you pick Deer to win the whole thing?
I think he's underrated. And I may be... And to clarify, I haven't been reading chat, and he may not even qualify. I think he does. I think he'll be there.
No, Deer does, yeah.
He does? Okay. So, two-time WCS Korean champion, right?
One-time WCS Korea champion.
Alright. He also, I remember back in the spring, he did really well at an MLG. It was either an MLG or a DreamHack, I can't remember. And I've also seen him, I believe, perform at a Red Bull LAN. And I think he's a really good player. And I think he's got the discipline and the builds to get it done.
Huh. Okay. I could see that. I mean, Deer is a really good player.
He's
Atlas
so dedicated.
3 Sulky over Morrow, or Morrow over Sulky. I call bullshit.
Don't you guys all do a fantasy league thing?
The GSTL, yes. Mine has been gone. Mine started out so well and then went out the window once Hiva started kicking ass.
Oh no, was he your anti?
He was my anti. Yeah, Hiva, very poor choice. I did not expect him to do very well. Which sucks because with my regular team I've got like 80 points. I told you innovation would be a good pick, but no, nobody wanted to listen to that. Mario is so overrated, though. I don't agree with that call at all.
He's not going to win it. Life qualifies, doesn't he? I mean, we can't count out life.
No, he does not.
Oh, he doesn't? Ooh. That's surprising. He did really well this year. This Reaper is just causing so much chaos for Primorix. I don't think it's gotten a kill. So, but
a kill, yeah, but I mean,
two kills now.
2 kills.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's making it work. I mean, no, he's getting away. He is totally getting away.
And just in time for the links to pop out too. Yeah. So that should shut down the Reaper harass for the most part. Oh, it's gonna poke back in. No.
I mean, a good player can keep Reaper harass going on and on and on and on, which is more than I can say for myself. I don't have near the APM to actually harass with the Reaper and still macro back at home.
You know who does have the APM? some of our Master League players. I'm pretty excited for the winner of tonight's B Team Open to get an hour of coaching from one of our high league players. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, life is actually not in BlizzCon. There's actually only 2 Zergs at BlizzCon.
Who are they?
Jaedong and Sulky. And if Revival beats Naniwa, Revival. But, I mean, everybody's hoping Naniwa wins that. Because otherwise, there will be absolutely no foreigners in BlizzCon, the World Championship of Korea. Though I suppose it's kind of like saying the World Series is, of baseball is like the World Series.
That is true. That is true. We should just be happy they let us play their game.
Technically, it's our game. Alright, Baneling Nest and Lair going down here for Primorix. It's about time, I would say, for a Baneling Nest. Lair's also pretty late, all things considered. Primorix, really, though, I feel like he's missed a few things here. I actually didn't see him miss that much, but I feel like he's missing something here. Like, his drone count's not as high as it should be, his tech's not as advanced as it should be. I feel like at some point we just lost time. Like in one of the Doctor Who episodes, you're there and then they stop time and do some shit and then they unfreeze time and it's like, what the hell just happened?
Well, that was a Ling. A Ling got killed. That's what just happened.
A Ling just got killed. That's a good thing. Primorix going for a second factory before his command center, his third command center, so we should see a little bit of aggression coming out from him in the very near future. I'm really curious as to where he's going with this. It's very difficult to read builds in the lower leagues, mostly with how crazy some tangents take off. This isn't easy, people! Because you put all your money on innovation. Atlas! It's because I put all my money on Hiva to not do well. Innovation's got like 50 points in my league.
Dundas got a... Oh, there it goes.
He's doing what?
Oh, he had an idle SCV. That idle SCV is now swung around to drop a command center just in time to see all the creep from Primorix's Overlord.
Alas. Did you take lessons, man? That was really good.
No. No.
Oh.
Was it good?
You should.
Was it
yeah,
good?
That was pretty good. You should give lessons. You should give Zerg lessons.
This is how you sound like Overlord. You just, you know, it's not really in the throat. It's kind of like in your tonsils. You make a tonsil sound. So if you've had your tonsils removed, I'm sorry. You cannot take my class. It's like trying to roll your R's without a tongue. It's a nice little minefield. No, I have a tongue.
It's not easy.
I learned how to roll my R's by saying D's with my R's. Arriba!
Speaking of Arriba, we're gonna have 8 Mutalisks Arribaing their way onto the map very soon.
Primorix cleaning up a Reaper that came down and scouted. We are going to see something. There we go. Let's move it out. I knew something was going to happen. Ooh, bringing all the Widow Mines with him.
Yeah, this is gonna be... I don't know how this is gonna actually turn out because Dundas does not have that overwhelming amount of supply he needs, and he's getting Drilling Claws now, which is finally a necessary thing. Not enough people get Drilling Claws in the lower leagues, I find. It's just one of those upgrades that goes by the wayside.
I never
By
did
the
it.
way, fun fact, I just realized something.
What?
If you even if you're an observer or a ref, if an overlord is pooping creep and it's killed and then everybody moves away, it does not go away on the minimap.
No, you gotta wait till somebody views it again.
Yeah, I know. I did not know. That is weird. A couple mines gonna head up here, gonna attack a queen, and the rest of that army's gonna finish it off. But this is all on creep.
A lot of Banes warping in.
That's got to be a very careful engagement. It's 2-2 against 1-1 though, so there is a very nice window here. He's got to be very careful.
Couple mines not burrowed.
Yeah, but a lot of mines do. Well, a big mine shot hits a lot of Zerglings, but where was the rest of the mines? Not burrowed at all, and boom! Another big shot there. Overseer cleaning up the rest of the mines. Or at least one of the rest of the mines. Overall, I would say very nice defense by Primorix.
You know, Primorix had that on
Fourth
lockdown.
Say what?
He had that on lockdown. Wish I could say the same for Dundas. Dropping some mules in his third, not looking very strong. Has a bunch of add-ons though. Going to be really committing to this bio. I'm not sure how I feel about that because he knows he's up against Muto Bling Ling.
Well, I mean, transitioning into a mech playstyle would be a poor choice. 3 mines at a time is good. You know, I've actually seen a lot of players start taking a third factory and pumping out 5 mines at a time. How do you feel about that, Morris?
You know, personally, I like get my siege tank production up. I'm still impartial to that siege tank. Not a lot. Relying on the mines still for the mobility. But having a few siege tanks and a Thor or 2 back at home really gives you the security to run around the map. But Dundas, not having too hard of a time right now running around the map himself, does clean up pretty much all of the standing army. Here comes another wave though, but not before that natural gets taken. Oh, and the pickup. He's got to boost out of there. He does, going right into the main. I like that decision. He's going to be able to take some shots at these Mutalisks.
He'll be able to fight. Well, I don't want to say he'll fight toe-to-toe with those. He will not. Hive actually almost done here, and I feel like the Ultralisk Cavern is just a bygone conclusion here. But still, one more. What are the add-on situation looking at here? We got 2 Tech Lab Raxes and a hell of a lot of reactors.
Yeah, he's going to want to switch those around or do something if that Ultralisk Den does go down. +2 attack and armor has finished for Bio. Dundas just about mined out in his main. No workers in his third. Base lifted. His other third, I should say.
Other third.
Not saturated. These rocks are going to go down. No response.
This is still a pretty razor-thin thing here. I mean, Dundas is down 20 supply, but a lot of Primorix's supplies is in Lings, not so much in Banelings. A good mine hitter, a couple of good splits, and he's in business. These Mutalisks, however, are going to become a real pain in the ass.
Uh-oh, and that's a lot of Lings.
That is a ton of Lings. And there's actually a medevac still full of units here. Now it gets deployed. And
oh!
Which direction? That's the kind of mine hit I was talking about. A couple of a couple of destroyed construction barracks, but the Mutalisks are going to fly over so many Marines, and these are 2-2. Well, alright, I thought they were about to be 3-3 Marines.
Oh, Dundas should push.
The count is reset.
Dundas needs to push right now. He's being too passive. Dundas needs to push.
I feel like Dundas needs to be very careful in his situation. I mean, pushing now would be a good option, but if he loses this army, the game will end on a dime. Ultralisk Cavern is done, but Primorix cannot spare the gas or minerals to get Ultras. This is a problem when you take a bad engagement like that. You have to rebuild your army or risk the transition, and Dundas is in a really good spot. He's up 10 supply. Fighting with these Mutalisks. These Mutalisks are not being controlled perfectly.
Bunch of Banes pop.
Ryan going there. Big.
Oh my god, those mine hits.
18 and 9 on between the 2 mines. Timmy the Mine has done it. Timmy the Mine. There are no more mines, so these Banelings will be able to roll in unopposed. If by unopposed you mean staring down a firing line of Marines. 3 Ultras are on the way. So the transition begins now. That's not actually an army, that's just a bunch of overlords. It's a very tough window. 3-3 is done for Terran. He's got a nice window. He's up by 60 army supply. An Overseer gets lost on his way to the milk market.
He needs to pull everything and just go. He can take this the longer he waits. This was Dundas's game. It would have been a hard fight, but I think the more time goes on, even though he does have this upgrade advantage, it's only a matter of time before that chitinous plating gets done. There we go. 3-3 just finished for ground. This does not look good for Dundas. He
it's
could...
far from bad.
Oh, yeah.
Far from bad. You just cannot take a poor engagement here. A poor engagement by either side will swing this game horribly. Dundas, though, only really low on the Marine front. In fact, if I might be so blunt, he might want to blow those Banelings up on the Marauders if he could, but the Zerglings try and charge in. They don't get very far. And that Ultra is actually fighting mines. The Ultra is fighting mines. Marines surround the Ultra. That goes down. It's a 50 supply lead. And oh my god, so many Overlords are going to die. That is a huge gap by Primorix. He is massively...
Oh my god.
Rebuild every single one of those Overlords.
Dundas practically on a victory march at this point. Is he going to take advantage of this supply block? Is he going to be able to put the pressure that he needs to on the Zerg? Looks like he's going to check to see there is another expansion. Picking off a few more Overseers, or Overlords. Giving the Zerg, though, the time he needs to rebuild his army. Already back up to 138 food. Still supply cap.
Yeah, the supply cap, but remember that's nearly 1,000 minerals that could have been Zerglings or Ultras or anything. I mean, he's got 17 larvae there to spare, and like almost no time with which.
Here comes a lot of Banes.
Here comes a Baneling. Banelings get huge connects on this army. And just like that, the supplies swing around. Dundas now on the back foot by about 20 supply. And actually, the production tab for Dundas is actually almost mute. He's not actually keeping up with his macro, and that might be a problem here. 11 Marines at a time. A lot of these barracks are naked. No tech labs on it. Now he's getting a tech lab on one.
I just noticed a drop going on in the main. Getting some work done. Does take care of the infestation pit. Is going to get cleaned up by some Lings and some Ultralists here. There is one lone Widow Mine. Does not get burrowed. Shame, that really probably could have done some damage.
A couple of Widow Mines out here in the middle of the map, spotting. And I use the word spotting loosely. The problem is that Dundas has a ton of minerals. He has a ton of production. He's just not keeping up with it. And I feel like that is the problem here. A lot of SCVs being transferred over to that 5th base. I mean, Dundas is outplaying Primorix in every which way except back at his production line. And somehow Primorix is still alive here. Dundas pumping out now 4 Marauders, 8 Marines at a time. Remember, these are all upgrades. Upgrades are moot at this point. Everything is upgraded massively for both sides. Very few Widow Mines, though, with this composition. Which means that the Banelings are going to be extremely important.
We do not have a lot of units on the map army-wise. Those Ultralists taking a pretty good chunk of food. Dundas getting a really nice army built up himself, about to max out. As you touched on earlier, 3-3 upgrades already done for the bio.
Primorix really throttled on, I mean, not throttled on, overwhelmed on but throttled on minerals. Ooh, that's never a fun sight. You never want to walk into a mine. And Primorix is actually going to try and take this base at the south side. It's going to be a bit harder to defend, but we could see one of those old 5th base showdowns on Akilon Wastes. Those are my favorite. That's why I love this map. It's my favorite type of showdown. Just fighting over the 5th base.
Dundas with a money scan on that 5th or 6th?
I would call that a 5th. Or actually, yeah, that would be a 6th. I can't count today. I can't count normally. A couple of Banelings gonna morph in.
Like, here we go.
And some Infestors actually on the way. They will finish up a 4th Pathfinder Lance, unfortunately. And some mines are gonna plant. And, oh, Baneling blows up. Actually gets a nice hit, but doesn't actually kill anything. And another Baneling will blow up. And some Ultras are going to try and work their way, but look at how much bio there is. And actually, the mines go off against the bio. And this is actually as good as an engagement from Primorix that he could get. And actually, he's cleaving through a lot of this bio. Cleaves pretty well through most of it. There's very few Marines, actually. And these Marauders are forfeit, but the Infestors...
Just getting one-shotted by those Marauders. Oh my god, that was brutal.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was painful. The Mutalisks will clean up the Marauders.
Dundas still getting what he can out of these Marauders, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and good. 6 Ultras are on the way, though. 6 Ultras, and the Broodlings are actually going to kill the Broodling. I got a Broodling with 1 kill.
Dundas.
A Broodling with 1 kill.
Dundas, unfortunately, just not keeping up with his macro behind these pushes. Oh, Dundas.
Yeah, I mean,
killing me, bro.
Primorix has clawed his way back into this one. He's being aggressive with these Ultras and these Mutas. I don't think that's a good idea. This is a very awkward spot to be. If he... Oh, he's going to try for it, and I don't think he can do this. He cannot take this fight, and he's going to try to. He's going to try and take down the command center. The command center will...
It's not being repaired. It's not being repaired. It's not... there we go. It's being repaired now. Whew.
That was an extremely poor choice of engagement there from Primorix, and now he's going to lose his own 6th base. Without question. And the problem is now Primorix is just so throttled on, and another Infestor is out here in the middle of nowhere, by the way. Infestor is out there in the middle of nowhere. A couple of mines gonna plant, ooh, in the grass. That's clever. And he's going to try and move on. These rocks were actually never destroyed for the 3rd/4th. For Primorix, and he's going to lose his 3rd/4th right now. A lot of
Primorix not responding very fast to it at all. Finally, the army comes down.
And a big fungal goes down on all of that, actually. And this should get... Well, no, actually, I spoke too soon. 1 Infestor shy. 1 more Infestor, and that would have been cleaned up without problem. And Dundas he's training armies so much more efficiently. Primorix is just...
Izanagi! Izanagi!
Yes.
Look what Dundas did while he was attacking! He made another army! This is not good for Primorix!
This is very bad. That's the worst case scenario right there. I hope my opponent doesn't make another army while I'm killing this one.
Oh, those Widow Mines are going to be in a great position.
Away from a fungal, and he gets killed, and all these Widow Mines go.
Oh, and GG!
Dundas.
Wow!